Hey everybody, this is Mackie. If I'm talking a little funny, it's because I got some retainers in my teeth, in my mouth. So if I have a lisp, that's why. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the time I went out in service, and we were talking about bettering our health, weight loss, and things like that. Well, I was out in service with a couple of older sisters. Some of them were overweight. Of course, if I'm talking about trying to lose weight, I'm overweight as well. Um, so, and in the middle of the conversation, the sister says this. Well, I'm not gonna worry about diet and exercise because Jehovah is going to fix my body anyway. So why work so hard to try to lose weight with this imperfect body that we got now? Just let Jehovah fix it, and you won't have to deal with all of that. I laughed at first, like I cracked up laughing, and then afterwards, I just kind of felt sad because it's like that was not the encouragement that I was looking for, you know. And I wasn't really supposed to be talking about weight loss anyway because, when you're on a service, you're supposed to be focusing on what you're going to say next to the next person that you may run across. But come on now. A lot of conversations come up. Brothers, even elders, be talking about why the Bulls lost the other night and all of that, So other subjects creep into the conversations when people go on service. That's natural. Nobody's always going to be talking about the Bible all the time. So I'm like, do Jehovah's Witnesses really think like this, or it was just this one sister in particular? Because if everybody thought that way, there'd be a lot more deaths in the organization. You want to talk about, oh, I'll wait for Jehovah to fix it. If that's the case, if you have cancer, and sadly, depending on what kind of cancer you have, if you have the kind of cancer to where you may need a blood transfusion, you're SOL. Because if you're not going to take any blood, and you could lose your life. We have to take care of ourselves. I'm trying to take care of myself from head to toe. I have never focused on myself like this ever. Like, when I was a Jehovah's Witness, I didn't have time for myself at all. If it wasn't about work, if it wasn't about the kids, and if it wasn't about the Kingdom Hall and field service, don't even come to me. Like, I don't have time. You know what I mean? But since I've woken up and realized this is the only body that you're going to ever have, as far as facts show. We don't know about any beliefs of what happens after your soul dies. Do you get reincarnated? Do you go to heaven? Whatever. I don't know. I really don't. But one thing I do know is that I'm not thinking about the resurrection anymore. I'm not thinking about, do it later. No, that's not what I'm on anymore. If I had known that this organization was a lie, maybe, I want to just say 10 years ago, I would probably be a lot better off health-wise. I would probably be in better shape. You know, I feel like I would just be a lot healthier if I had woke up earlier, you know, because, witnesses like to eat a lot. I mean, hey, can't do much and nothing else, so food is like everything, you know. And but for me, I used to turn to food for comfort, you know, and it started when I was like a teenager. If my parents disapproved of something that I might have wanted to do or like, and they wouldn't let me do it, I would go to the refrigerator and make a sandwich and a bag of chips, and I would feel better. Well, with that comes weight gain if you do it often enough, without exercise. So I've tried over and over again to lose weight, but I'm never gonna give up. I gave up a lot of times when I was in the quote unquote truth, because I thought, hey, let Jehovah fix this. Let Jehovah fix this. And sadly, a lot of brothers and sisters who have health ailments like diabetes, things that can be preventable. Not all types of diabetes is preventable, like type 1. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about weight-induced diabetes. The kind of diabetes where your body makes insulin, but it not enough to where it can tolerate all of the sugar and carbs that you're eating. Once again, I have some retainers in my mouth, which is why I had this incredibly terrible lisp going on here. But this is your only body that you're ever gonna have. Don't take it for granted. If you feel like you are not at your best health-wise, make some changes. If you are a Jehovah's Witness and don't have time to go to the gym because you're constantly studying and going to the meetings, try to make time for it. I switch my meeting days for my gym days. I remember when I was first waking up, I missed a circuit overseers meeting because I went to the gym instead, because I forgot that the circuit overseer was coming. My mind was not there. and so that following Sunday, when I went to the meeting, because the circuit overseers visit was on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night or something like that. And come Sunday, I see the circuit overseer giving a talk, and I'm like, oh my goodness. That's why there was no meeting on Wednesday or whatever. I just didn't put two and two together, because just the Watchtower organization, the whole JW life, I was just not thinking about it at that time. So I wasn't, getting the memo as to who's visiting or what. And so the elders were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, were you at the meeting Wednesday? I didn't see you. So I had to just be like, "Oh, I wasn't feeling good," so I listened in. When in reality, I was at Zumba class having me a fun time, man. I need to go back and get my gym membership. Right now I'm doing the ketogenic diet. That's for people who have low glycemic index, glycemic intolerance, rather. And oh my goodness, I love Zumba. Zumba is like my favorite workout to do. I don't like doing all that other stuff, all that crunching and cycling and lifting weights and and all of that. I got some good news though. Like January, I was 291 pounds. And as of yesterday morning, because it's a new day, because I work nights, but yesterday morning, I was 275. So, yeah, you know, I'm trying to get down. I know it's a little bit slow motion, but it's better than no motion. I'm 275, which is a lot better than 291. So let's see. That's 16 pounds gone this year. Trying to get it to another 16 pounds. It's a little difficult because I lose weight slowly, but as long as the scale's not going up, as long as it keeps going down, I will be okay. And then I'm trying to get my teeth fixed. You know, I'm not happy with my smile. I have, so I'm working on that. I just feel like, but sometimes, when you're a Jehovah's Witness and you spend too much time caring for yourself, sometimes you feel guilty. And sometimes I do feel guilty. It's like, oh my goodness, especially when it comes to just regular things like, oh, once I get myself together, I'll be better for my child and things like that. But like, yeah, if you're spending too much time on yourself, they will be like, oh no, it's about, you can't do that. You can't be spending too much time doing the quote unquote mundane things of the world, like, taking care of yourself. Sometimes taking care of yourself requires more time than maybe what they're talking about. They've had a few magazines and articles about health and gluttony and things like that. But I really don't think, like, maybe about 5% of Jehovah's Witnesses actually follow the gluttony rule, because oh my goodness, we some eat, not we. I don't really want to identify myself as a Jehovah's Witness, but back in the day, oh my goodness, every weekend somebody had a gathering or something, and it was like just so much food, and I used to eat a lot because I was a depressed teenager, So I'm trying to kick that habit, replace that urge to want to eat and have like a keto shake, or maybe just take a walk, or just perhaps like what I'm doing right now is venting, listen to some music, or just eat a healthy snack. I like the turkey sticks, the cheese sticks. I like the hot pickles and stuff that's low carb. I actually have something called it's Slim Fast. I don't know if the words are backwards. Yeah, they are. But it's called Slim Fast Keto Fat Bombs. And these happen to be iced lemon drops, but they have like chocolate and peanut butter chocolate and stuff like that. And 2 net carbs per, I think, per cup. 2 carbs. So little stuff like that I have in my car whenever I get the urge to want to snack on something, and that'll prevent me from wanting to run to the gas station and get a bag of chips. I got this from Walmart. Uh-oh. My whatchamacallit turned off. I wasn't using it anyway. Yeah, so I make sure to have snacks like that on hand in the event I get a little hungry and want to snack on something. So just doing little things to help me. Just improve myself, just to make myself feel better about myself. Because, I have never put myself first. I'm always putting someone else ahead of myself, and I don't mean to be selfish, but it's time, I'm almost 40 years old, and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface as to where I want to be at in life, as far as health and finances and everything else. Because I was held back, by the organization. It holds you back from doing the things that you should do to fulfill your need to want to, do something in the world. If you always wanted to sing, if you always wanted to play an instrument, if you always wanted to dance or something like that, if you always wanted to be an artist or anything that takes time, and of course it was taken away from us with the organization. If you're young, and if you woke up, so if you're like a teenager, or if you're in your early 20s, I didn't wake up until I was like 32, 33 years old. But if you're young and you wake up, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing, because you still have your whole life ahead of you, and you can figure out things, as far as finances and what you want to do as a career, and taking care of yourself health wise and things like that, because that's what it's about. You want to be your best self. So I've been ratting for a long time. I'm really exhausted. Like I said, I just got off work. I'm a night shift worker, and that's all I wanted to say. This is Mackie P.I.M.O J.W. Jones. Question everything. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Love you all. Peace.